Alright guys, welcome back to the D&D Subclass series. We're moving on to the Monk, and this time we're talking about the Way of the Open Hand. And just another reminder here, the way that we rate these videos and these classes is, we're basing it on the improvement to the base class.
Right.
We're not necessarily saying, like, how good the class with this subclass is as a whole. We're just saying how much this subclass improves the base class, okay? Because some people ask about that with some versions and stuff.
Yeah, it's not a quality of how good or bad the class is. It's like in game itself.
Yeah.
As to how much it builds off what the base class already is.
All right, guys. At third level, you get the open hand technique, which is actually really cool. Whenever you use Flurry of Blows, which is going to be one of your probably main abilities that you're going to use regularly.
When you use regularly, yeah.
You get the option for 3 different effects you can impose on the creature you're attacking. The first is they have to make a dexterity saving throw or they're knocked prone. Second one is a strength saving throw or they're pushed back. And the third one is they just cannot take reactions until the end of your next turn.
No.
Nope.
But give it the Matumbo finger. No.
At level 6, you're going to get Wholeness of Body. This is going to help you help your healers out a little bit here.
Yes.
You get to heal yourself as an action 3 times your character level. So at level 6, which is when you get it, you can heal yourself for 18 points of health, which is a good chunk of your health. We're talking a third of your health on average. I think for most cases it's going to be right around a third of your health, even as you're scaling up.
Sure.
The only downside to this is it's a once per day kind of thing because you can only use it once per long rest.
Right. With it being just ability you have, it's not taking a spell slot from you if you multi-class or if you got a cleric or a druid in your party that's got like a bigger heal spell.
Yep.
It's not taking one of their spell slots to heal you at touch or range, whatever, or taking their turn and just be like, I'm good.
It gives you an ability that a lot of other classes don't have, which is to be able to take care of yourself a little bit.
Correct. At level 11, you get Tranquility, and what it is when you take a long rest, basically the Sanctuary spell is cast on yourself. But basically what the Sanctuary spell does, the level 1 spell usually only lasts a minute. The cool thing with the Monk is it can last until you take your next long rest, unless you choose to end it by, if you actually make an attack action or do something like that, then it will end. But you could even start off combat with it moving. Like you could run in and take the defensive stance. And what it exactly is for a Sanctuary spell, if you haven't taken the time to look it up, which is fine. That's what we're here for. The next spell attack or ranged attack or any attack that causes an attack roll, not like an AoE spells, say like a Wisdom or Dex saving throw on an AoE spell. The caster or person targeting you has to roll a Wisdom saving throw. And if they fail it, they have to either lose the attack or target somebody else. If you're the only person in range of their attack, then they just wasted their turn. It helps you avoid like ranged attacks at the start of combat, getting surprised attacked on.
Protective aura around you, basically, at the start of every day, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, but no extra spell slots or abilities. It's just a passive thing that happens. I'm all about extra abilities that don't make me do anything else. Just a little extra passive stuff in the back pocket's nice. Quivering Palm, level 17. It takes 2 turns to activate. When you see that part, you're like, oh gosh. And then you realize why it takes 2 turns to activate. When you read the numbers, that's when it gets stupid. So, you choose to use the Quivering Palm ability. It's your capstone ability. It costs 3 key points. Well, by the time you get this thing at level 17, you've got 17 key points. So you can cast it 5 times at that point by the time you hit level 18 and on up. You can cast it 6 times in a day. You hit yonder pirate king. Thank you. He takes a Constitution saving throw when you choose to activate it. So make sure you get that detail right. So you hit him with Quivering Palm on your first turn. Your second turn rolls back around, and you're like, all right, I would like to trigger that Quivering Palm that I hit him in the chest with. He makes a Constitution saving throw. He fails saving throw. He dies. Yeah. What makes it even more ridiculous is, let's say they succeed the saving throw. Hey! They're still taking 10d10 damage.
Yep.
Sucks, don't it? You can choose for that ability to last equal to the number of days, not hours, days, equal to your monk level. Interrogation tactic. You're like, all right, you've got this pirate king in your hold. And you say, look, so if you don't tell us what we need to know, you're going to die. Now, I don't care if let's just say you magically escape our grasp through some unknown means. I can just decide to kill you whether I'm 800 miles from you or not within the next 3 weeks. So,
as long as you're on the same plane of existence.
Right, same plane of existence. Which, if we come across like a plane traveling wizard pirate king, that would be cool. But also not the most common kind of pirate king.
True.
So ultimately, Yeah, true. It's probably my favorite. It's my favorite ability in the game. There's no question. And maybe probably the best overall individual ability that isn't a spell.
It's really good.
Without question.
It can definitely make some DMs fudge some dice rolls. I'll tell you that much. All right, guys, we made it to the rating portion.
Yes.
We're going to be talking about the roleplay value, the combat value, and the overall class synergy. Again, how the subclass improves upon the base class.
Yes.
So, RP, first of all, we decided to go with a 3.5.
Yes.
The reason primarily being because, yes, all of these abilities are primarily combat-based oriented, but there's things that you can do with them outside of combat, and like, for example, open hand technique, it adds a little bit more flair.
Right.
So how you go about using that, I know we've said before, like, oh, you're already RPing abilities and stuff. Well, this is adding extra stuff on there, so, you know, we're not giving it a 4 because of that, but we're giving it a 3.5, and then you have your, you know, the wholeness of body. It goes along with the whole monk theme where, you know, timeless body, you're into sickness and disease and all that stuff. Tranquility, it's another thing that very much fits the theme. Having your defenses always up ready.
Yep.
There's stuff you can do with that too. Like, for example, if you are trying to tries to assassinate you, because you have this ability, you can RP some interesting encounters to, you can, like, the attack's coming and you can, like, sense it, so, like, you dodge it or whatever, you know what I'm saying? You can do some cool stuff with that.
Absolutely. On the combat side of things, we did not have to deliberate very long on this one.
Just a 1.
Yeah, I about hit him. That's okay. It's a 5. We have not come across a lot of subclasses when doing these. When with all of the abilities, we're like, that's not bad, or that's stupid, and that's what they amounted to. There was no like, that's okay, or like, oh, that's kind of bad. Every ability was at least that's pretty good, or better. Yep. And there's you get a self heal. Quivering Palm's a thing, and we won't spend another 40 minutes talking about it. You know, the Sanctuary ability helping you to avoid the first hit in combat or being ambushed with stuff. The versatility you get with open hand technique to knock somebody down, push somebody back. If you're up on a ledge, you can essentially just flurry blows, kick them off the edge. It builds on what the monk does so well about kick, trip, stun, knockdown, push back. Their ability to be mobile around combat and do a lot of different things within combat, and then have that big hammer stick ability at the end. Mm-hmm. That's the one complaint a lot of people have about the baseline monk, is they don't have a lot of like big damaging hitter. They're just like poke. Because like rogues do the same kind of thing, but they have sneak attack on that up front, which we'll get to rogues eventually, of course. But with Quivering Palm, that kind of gives this subclass of monk, gives it that one big hammer that actually you could do 6 times by the time you hit level 20. But yeah, it's combat, it's near flawless.
Yeah, and as well, like we were saying, every single ability that it gets in the subclass is combat oriented primarily. Yeah. So it's very rare that you have every ability be combat based. Usually you have 1 or 2 RP based abilities in there. Lastly, we have the overall class synergy. We went ahead and gave this a 4. Primarily because, again, all of these abilities fit really well in with the theme of the monk. Again, you have the timeless body stuff, you know, Stillness of Mind, Purity of Body, all the Diamond Soul, all that good stuff. And the healing, Wholeness of Body, the ability that you get level 6 goes along with that. Obviously, Open Hand Technique directly improves probably your most used ability that you're going to be using as a subclass. Yep. Tranquility, again, goes very well with the theme of the class, and Quivering Palm as well goes pretty well with the theme of the class as well. There's just a few, you know, we're being a little bit sticklery on this one here. We're giving it a 4.
Yeah.
But,
because you could really make an argument to go higher than that, but we don't want to feel like we're just throwing out 5s all willy-nilly, like, everybody gets a 5. No, that's not how this works. But give honest opinions about the way things are, not like sugarcoat everything. It's like, it's good. It's like, combat's ridiculous, why it gets 5. Mm-hmm. The overall class synergy, it's good.
It's pretty good.
It's a 4. You know, it's how things usually work with rating systems anyway.
Alright guys, those are pretty much our primary thoughts on the Way of the Open Palm, Open Hand, Way of the Open Hand, Monk. And if you guys enjoyed the video, please remember to like, subscribe, hit the bell notification for all of our new videos. If you have anything you want to say about the Monk or its subclasses, or any of the other D&D related stuff, or gaming in general, whatever you guys want to talk about, let us know in the comments down below. And as always guys,
thanks for watching.